3 shocking problems you didn't think would be your problem if you're getting a divorce. Number 1, your spouse is a spender. In fact, your spouse has amassed an enormous amount of debt. Your spouse doesn't save, and you instead are saving money and not spending. You save the money to your own individual account. You're saving money. You're even maxing out on your retirement contributions. You're doing everything in your power so that the bills are paid and you've got some money for a rainy day fund. At divorce, it's not going to matter. You will be responsible for half the debt in your spouse's name, and your spouse is entitled to half the funds in your savings account and in your retirement account. Unless you have gone to the lengths to protect yourself with a prenup or a postnup, you need a contract that will say that you don't agree to community property rules as applied in California. You want so that your stuff stays separate. Otherwise, California community property rules will apply to you. Those rules say what is earned or spent during marriage is a joint expense or joint income. It doesn't matter who earns it, and it doesn't matter who spends it. And in fact, just having it in your own name isn't enough to avoid community property rules. Number 2, you don't like where you live. Where you live matters when it comes to family law when you have children. If you are currently in a neighborhood, city, or town that is expensive, and you're believing that a divorce would free you up financially, emotionally, and kind of be the winner, unless your spouse is planning to move with you or agrees that you can move to a new town, you will find it very difficult for the court to grant you what is called a move away. The courts are hesitant to move a child out of their current school, their community, their friends group. And so if you are considering a divorce, make sure you've thought through where you're going to be living. It can be difficult to find a place that is near where your spouse is living if it's expensive, because now you have 2 places that will be equally expensive. The courts understand this, but they still want the child to be near both parents and to be uninterrupted from their community, their school, their friends group, as I was saying before. So you got to be creative. You have to find a way to make it in your children's best interest for you to be able to move. And sometimes it requires both parties to move or to come up with a unique custody schedule that allows the children to see both parents even though they live in 2 different areas. And number 3, your spouse isn't working. Say, well, that's not my problem. I earn money. I've been the one saving the money. I'm going to be able to afford my bills. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on which side of this coin you sit on, California courts will provide spousal support for your non-working spouse. Of course, every spouse that is receiving or paying support has a duty to be fully supporting, to be working, to be applying themselves to achieve their fullest earning capacity. But all of that can take time. And when you're in the sudden throes of a divorce, it's an expensive amount of time, right? Cash flow is tight. You probably have that other place that you need to afford now. Kids may be shuffling back and forth. You might need another car. You might be incurring more credit card debt. You put a deposit for an apartment. You might be selling a house. It's expensive. Of course, you need maybe both parties working at that time. But if one party hasn't been working and staying home, taking care of family duties, kids, or just hasn't had luck in finding a job, the courts are going to give that party some time to find a job. They'll give them work orders effort. You might request a vocational evaluation and a number of tools, but it's a slow moving process, especially when you're going through the courts. Instead, have that conversation with your spouse and game plan a realistic plan that takes into account what the court is going to do. Don't be overly ambitious. Just be realistic with your situation and figure out a way that you guys can create another income stream, whether it's supporting the other party as they go back to school and get certification, supporting the party interim for 6 months until they're able to get on their feet. Figure out a way to do it so that you both can have a reasonable expectation of one another and resolve the dispute on hand. If you need assistance, please reach out. We have a wonderful team of mediators that are able to assist you through these difficult conversations and help you land to a place that will resolve these problems for you. These are surprisers and shockers to so many people. So if you're not at the divorce level, right, start thinking about whether you need a prenup or a postnup. And if you are already in that process of considering divorce, please reach out to a divorce mediator like ourselves so that you can have a high quality agreement that addresses this at a level that is personal and unique to you. For more content, please subscribe. I'm happy to chat further.